Have you ever noticed how a simple conversation about the laundry or a weekend plan can suddenly turn into a full blown interrogation? You say one thing, your partner takes it as an attack, and suddenly, within seconds, you're both digging in your heels, bringing up things that happened 3 years ago and fighting just to win. That sinking feeling in your chest, that's your survival brain taking over. But here is the truth. You cannot have a high quality relationship if you're always defensive. Today, I'm going to show you how to put down the shield and pick up the tools that actually heal. We're moving from defensing arguing to active listening. By the end of this video, you will have the exact phrases to stop a fight in its tracks. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. Here at Aham, we focus on healing relationships through right communication. We believe that words are the architects of your life. They can either build a fortress of isolation or a bridge of connection. If you are tired of feeling unheard or stuck in the same repetitive arguments, you are in the right place. Let's get to work. Biologically, when someone criticizes us or when we perceive they are criticizing us, our brain's network fires off. It's the same part of the brain that would react if a tiger was jumping at you. To your brain, a comment like "you forgot to call the electrician again" feels like a threat to your status, your safety, or your worth. Standard advice tells us to just be patient or don't take it personally. But that fails because it doesn't account for your nervous system. You take it personally because you care. You get defensive because you want to be seen as good. But here is the paradox. The more you defend your goodness, the less your partner feels your love. And you know why? Because defensiveness is a wall, listening is a door. Today, we are learning how to open that door even when it feels heavy. Step 1 is what I call the sovereign pause. When you feel that heat rising in your chest or that urge to say, "Well, what about the time you forgot?" Stop. That is your topper syndrome or your survival instinct kicking in. Before you speak, take a deep breath. This isn't just counting to 10. You're literally telling your nervous system, "I am safe. This person is not my enemy. This is a conversation, not a war." If you don't regulate your body first, whatever comes out of your mouth will be a weapon, not a tool. Step 2 is a game changer, and that is mirroring. Most of us listen only so we can find the gap in the other person's logic to prove them wrong. Instead, I want you to mirror them. When your partner finishes speaking, your first words should be, "What I'm hearing you say is," or "what I understand from what you're saying," and then repeat back what they said in your own words. No sarcasm, no rolling your eyes, just reflect. Then, and this is the magic part, ask, "Did I get that right?" This forces you to listen because you have to pass the test of repeating it back. It makes your partner feel instantly less alone. You aren't agreeing with them, yet you're acknowledging that you heard them. Right? Now, let's get to step 3. Now, this one is the 10% truth rule. Step 3 is for the toppers and the high achievers. Find the 10% truth. Even if you think your partner is 90% wrong, even if their tone is bad or their facts are slightly off, look for the 10% that is true. If they say, you never prioritize our family, and you know that's not true because you work 60 hours a week for them, find the 10%. Now, maybe the 10% is, it's true that I've been staying late at the office lately and we haven't had a dinner together in a week. When you validate that 10%, the other person's defenses drop. You have stopped the war. Now you are on the same team. Now let's look at a scenario. Right? Your partner says, you're always on the phone, you don't even care that I'm in the room. Don't say, I'm working, I pay the bills here, you're on your phone plenty too. This is a counterattack. It solves nothing. Instead, try this. What I'm hearing is that you feel lonely when I'm scrolling while we are together. Is that right? You are right. I have been distracted this evening. Let me put this phone away for 20 minutes so we can catch up. Right? How do you think your partner will feel when you have this kind of communication? That's a bomb fused. Let's try another scenario. Your partner says, I'm overwhelmed with the kids and the house. I feel like a maid. Don't say, what about everything I do? I mowed the lawn and I did the grocery shopping. This is a responsibility leak. You're trying to prove your worth instead of seeing their pain. Instead, try this. I hear that you're feeling exhausted and unappreciated. That sounds really heavy. What part of the load can I take off your plate right now to help? To recap, moving from defensive arguing to active listening requires 3 things. First of all, the sovereign pause. Regulate your body so you don't speak from fear. So take a second before you react or before you respond. Second, the mirror method. Reflect back what they said and ask, did I get that right? And the third one, the 10% truth rule. Validate the part of the complaint that is true, even if you don't agree with the rest. Remember, the goal of a conversation is not to win, it's to understand. When you understand your partner, the winning happens automatically because the relationship thrives. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button. It helps this message reach more people who are struggling. And in the comments, please tell me which of these steps feels the hardest for you. Is it the pause? Is it the finding the 10% truth? Let's talk about it. And if you want to go deeper into healing your relationship and reclaiming your sovereignty, make sure you're subscribed. I post new deep dive tools every week. So I look forward to hearing from you and talking to you. Let's make it happen. You are not your trauma, and you are not your past arguments. You have the power to change the atmosphere of your home with a single sentence. Choose your words wisely. I'm Rashmi, and I'll see you next week in the next video. Take care.